But we're still working out tickets, and there'll be 200 tickets for sure. I might cut it off at 200. We have to see. We're gonna have an awesome auction. So if you have a business that you want to showcase, one of the best ways to showcase your business is to give an auction item. So that doesn't mean a free consultation of whatever you're doing, but it's to give away something that women will use. And there's all sorts of things that we use. So for example, I'll just use a hair straightener. Because women will bid and bid and bid and see your name over and over and over again. For example, my business, which is Sovereign Wealth Management, I would never throw in a free consult, right? Because nobody wants a free consult. So just to keep that in mind, if you want to be seen, if you want to be heard, if you want to be known, take advantage of us. We heavily use social media, so you'll always be seen. I know a lot of the ladies here know each other. And this year our theme is Rise Up. And Amy has redesigned for us again. And it's the, what do you call that? The Phoenix. The Phoenix. The Phoenix. And so we put our heads together this year to say, hey, what do we want Wallet to Wealth to look like this year at the gala? Because we're always raising money for Halton Women's Place. But we said, what about really putting a push on this year to really, really help ladies to rise up so that they can be better in their business, better in their self-confidence, learn about stepping into their zone of genius, making friends, making new friends, not passing judgment, not competing with each other, but actually creating a really good network so that we're strong together. And with that strength together, that really, we become super women for other women. Like, for example, my mother says, I never had anybody show me. She said, she doesn't have the words that I have, but what my mom was trying to say is, I never had a superwoman. There was nobody that my mother could follow to aspire to. So for us, we have children, we have grandchildren, we have friends and all of that. So there's people that will aspire to be like us. And so that's what our theme is this year is Rise Up. And Tony Harris Taylor is our MC again, all the way from Texas. And I'm so happy to introduce Tony to those that don't know her. And she's got a fabulous story, and she is the queen of networking. And, we hear about this networking, but Tony is going to tell you actually how to do it. And there are ladies in the room who have been in business for, 40 years. And we can tell you that our success comes from building relationships. So no trying to sell anybody something without making a commitment to know them for years. I have clients that die with me constantly. That is the game. You come in with me, you stay with me. I have no interest in working with you unless you stay with me. And there's a reason for that. And so Tony is going to tell us all about it. Come on. She's kicking off her world tour.
I got a black mama voice, so can y'all hear me back there? All right. You know how mamas used to call you in from the outside, get in this house. Yeah, that's me. Hello, Wallet to Wealth sisters. Oh my gosh, it's so, and one brother. Yes. I love that. So Raja is my friend, and I said there's only gonna be women, but show up because you will stand out, and marketing is all about standing out. So thank you for coming. All right. So look, the world tour. Tony Harris Taylor is going on world tour. So we got Toronto, DC, Baltimore, Tampa, Minneapolis, Nairobi. And I gotta tell you real quick, that came from Wallet to Wealth. On the last Wallet to Wealth in November, I was in a breakout room with Jessica Marie, who told me she was on her way to Kenya with the lady from Wallet to Wealth. What's her name? Valerie. Yep. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to go to Kenya. So I got on the phone because I'm a woman of action and but it didn't work out. But I told my girlfriend, I was like, I want to do this Kenya thing. You want to go? She said, well, I know someone who takes people to Kenya and gives them speaking opportunities. I was like, sign me up. It's now a business trip. Yes. So because of Wallet to Wealth, I'm going to Nairobi, Charlotte, Phoenix, Dallas, and culminating with my conference October 4th through 6th in Houston. So we'll talk more about that. Tonight, we're going to talk about networking strategies to take your business global, if that's what you want. Show up, be up, follow up to blow up. Say it with me. Show up, be up, follow up. Who wants to blow up their business? Right? Those are the steps. And it seems so simple, but it can be so hard. Before I get into my talk, y'all got a goodie bag? There's a couple mints in there. Y'all probably need it after dinner. So but what I really want you to get, I've got 2 postcards in there, one about my business, one about the conference coming up. But this is what I want you to get. Now, I like the big mama. Now, if I say something you feel like you want to say amen, if I say something I'm pricking your soul, if I say something I step on your toes, right? So let's get these clappers working. This is an interactive conversation. Are we okay with that? Awesome. And your grandchildren will love me. So, and you'll be mad at me when you get them home. All right. So you got a few choices. I forgot my clicker. What kind of speaker doesn't have a clicker, right? You can do cold calling. Clap for that. Okay, we got one. You can start a big business on that. You don't have to apologize. Cold calling, if you can do it, hats off to you. We got door knocking. Who wants to do that? Look, this is the brave, drastic one back there. What's your name, baby? Carrie Ann, right? See her. Now, I'm Jehovah's Witness, and I'm not knocking on doors for my business. I'll do it for him, but I ain't doing it for me, right? So, door knocking. Ugh. Social media ads. Okay, Alexis, very good. 1 person. 2. All right. Ads. Pay attention to me. So ads can work if you have the budget. But here's what I don't love about ads. As soon as you figure them out, they change it. So that you can spend more money trying to figure it out. As soon as you figure it out, they change it. Direct mail. Now, some of you, Alexis Insurance, direct mail is good. Mm-hmm. Yep. Your home-based business, trades, definitely direct mail can work. And then you got my favorite, networking. Awesome. I am in the right room. But I am going to step on some toes because what I know for sure is most people don't network the right way. We're going to talk about that. All right. As Whitney said, relationships are everything in business. So you have to learn how to build know, like, and trust. You have to get drastic when it comes to growing your business. Now, most of you, how many of you love what you do? How many of you love marketing, what you do? Very few, right? So what I know for sure is most of us love what we do. Nobody told us we had to be good at marketing when we started. Most people start their business because they love what they do. Teresa loves financial services, helping people. So that's why she started her business. She did not start it to post on social media, right? She did not start it to chase after people, right? We start our business because we have a heart for the transformation we can get for people. But if you don't learn how to build real connections, you will be the best kept secret on the market. Anybody feel like the best kept secret out there? Right? We gotta fix that. Because the people you're meant to serve are waiting on you. So, it's time to get what? Drastic. Drastic. Not just drastic, but drastic. Right? I'm getting ready to trademark that sound because I am. So networking done right is the answer to so many of your business pains. So, how many of you want more customers, more referrals, more strategic alliances? How many of you want to speak on more stages? Yes. How many of you want to hire new people? How many of you want to take your business global like me? How many of you want sponsorships for your event? How many of you want to get married? No, somebody's like, oh no. Oh no. The key to all of those problems is networking. So I don't have time to tell you, but my husband was a referral from everything I'm about to teach you right now. He was a referral. So networking will solve these problems, but we have to focus on the word in the middle. What is that word? Work. It takes work. But anything that you worth having takes effort. But it's the most, when you learn how to do it the right way, it's the most fun you will have in your business. So, and I'm talking to you introverts. How many introverts in the room? Clap. Okay, good. You're in the right place. So networking done right. Networking done right gives over and over and over again when you do it right. How in the world can Tony go to 8 cities, 2 countries, without an ad, without spending money, without direct mail, without knocking on doors, without cold calling? Networking, relationship building. You get this part right, it'll change your life. So here's the moment I realized that networking really worked. December 9th, 2014, I woke up with a stomach ache. Now I'm drastic, right? So in 2004, I had gastric bypass surgery and lost 100 pounds. It was textbook perfect until the day it was not. December 9th, 2014. I wake up with a stomach ache. I end up in the hospital, and long story short, sepsis sets in. and I was in a coma for 10 days. First thing I remember when I woke up from the coma is my daughter saying, "Mom, you're a celebrity." What? Now I have this ventilator in my throat, so I can't talk. But what did she talk? First of all, I've been in a coma 10 days. Let's just talk about that. And then she said, "People have been calling me from all over the world, wondering about you. I haven't got any sleep this whole time." First thing I'm thinking is, why are you trying to sleep if I'm about to die? But okay. I had spent the 2 years prior, I really started networking in 2012. And so 2 years prior to that incident, I had built a global network from Zoom. I bought Zoom with Tony in 2012. So I knew Zoom before it was cool. The next thing they said to me is someone that I had met networking. He was a connection someone gave to me. His name is Larry. You'll hear from him a couple times. But Larry sat with my mother for 10 days. We didn't have nothing going on, so he wasn't in love with me. He just wanted to support my family. I met him networking. When they told me Larry had got off of work every day and came to the hospital, it touched my heart so much. When you network, you never know how your network will serve you. You never know what you'll get from them. And you'll hear more about Larry shortly. But this really helped me to realize that networking really works. My family put up a GoFundMe. And I would have told them not to do that, as I know. But she put up a GoFundMe. And when I printed the report of everybody who gave money, most of them I had met online. Most of them I have never met in person. But they felt they knew me through social media. Those strategies that I'm going to teach you, because you never know when you're going to need your network. It's bigger than business. Can I get you to hear that? Networking is bigger than business. Will your business grow through networking? Yes, but your life will be changed. The relationships that will come will change your life. Yes, clapper. So this is my best friend, Star. Star is amazing. She's a child star. She wants to be Janet Jackson out for a role. She says, you see what that did for Janet's career. But Star is a stage, she's an actress, and she speaks, keynote speaker. She says, I can speak in front of thousands, but I hate networking. And she said, until I listened to my friend, which of course for years I was telling her, you need to network. And she was like, our friends don't listen to us. Finally, she came to my conference in 2021 and said, I listened and I did what Tony told me. Since January 2022 to today, through my network, she has made $100,000 just through my network. Because she learned that networking is building relationships and a supportive community, finding resources that can help you to grow, and it is not the time to sell. She felt like networking before I taught her was salesy, sleazy, slimy, and she didn't want to come off that way, so she avoided networking. Right? She avoided networking. Now she understands it's about relationships. Those relationships grow exponentially over and over and over again. So Arba hired her, and Arba just told me she referred her friend to her. That's what networking is. But it takes intention. By the way, Arba's my wonderful client. And if we have time, she'll tell you her experience. So, this is the good old boys network. Yeah. Right? There ain't no women in there at all. Ain't no people of color in there. I'm not mad at them. They understood that relationship building was key to create generational wealth. Generational wealth, when I say that, we think of money, but it's also relationships. Has anybody's dad ever made a call that said, you need to hire my daughter? Yes, that is generational wealth. We have to do the same thing. So I ain't mad at her, but ain't nobody stopping us from creating our good old network. We can be just like the good old boys. We just don't exclude people. So this is my conference last year. I got men in the room. I got brown people, white people. I'm so proud of what I've built in my community. And this year it's going to be even twice the size. So I'm going to skip this slide. So you're in the right place if you've ever said networking sucks. That was me. You're an entrepreneur, sales professional, small business owner, you network, but nothing happens. When you leave the room, what happens? Nothing. Everyone says you should be networking, but you feel awkward and don't know what to do. You're in the right place if you hate cold calling. Sorry, Terry Ann. Your social media posts don't get results and you don't have a budget for ads. You also sometimes feel lonely in your business and wish you had community to lean on. Yes. And Wallace Wealth's been a great community. So this is great that we have a jump start. But when you leave this room, what happens? And then you are networking willy-nilly without a strategy or a plan. Who's that? So you're in the right place if you show up, pass out cards, and then nothing happens. So then you say, networking doesn't work. That was my story. In 2005, I was in financial services, and I had just been promoted to management. And so my job was recruiting, and I had to go out and find people who wanted to come into financial services. And people would say, you need to start networking. Okay, so I would. I get cute, pick out the right hair, put my lashes on, show up, meet great people, pass out a card. You get a card, you get a card, you get a card, you get a card. Go back to my office, sit down, and wait for the phone to ring. I do it again, right? Then I do it again. You get a card, you get a card, you get a card, you get a card. They said they were gonna call. Anybody else experience this? I'm not by myself. The third time I went, I met a lady who does what I now do. And she teaches people how to network. She said, you're not doing it right. What do you mean I'm not doing it right? She said, pay me $6,000 and I'll teach you how to do it. $6,000, lady. That was in 2005 before coaching was cool. But I was desperate. I needed to know. So I went into my retirement plan, drastic, withdrew $6,000 and gave it to the lady. To this day, if she had a renewal fee, of $6,000 every year I pay it. Because what she taught me and I implemented changed my life. So I'm going to teach you a few strategies tonight that will take your business and your life to the next level. In 2019, when I just started meeting y'all, I was this close to quitting. Drastic Results was doing fine. I was making money, but I couldn't figure out how to scale it so it would be saleable. So I said, I'm just going to quit and go get a job. Anybody ever think about getting a job? Okay. But I didn't want no job. So I had used my network, got 2 great interviews, and I was waiting for the job offers to come in. But I decided to go and meet with a friend in my network who is a money mindset coach. She said, Tony, what's your why? I told her, she said, girl, you've already accomplished that. You need a new why. I want you to go and pretend you don't have a business and go create a new why. So I'm coachable, and I did what she asked. A couple weeks later, I came back and I said, my why is to touch, move, and inspire my clients to take drastic steps, to be better than they were before they met me. I'm a resource, I'm a connector. I want to help people build deeper relationships that are beneficial to their life and business. She said, Tony, that's perfect for you. She said, what would you need to get paid to connect people? I said, I think I would need to start my own networking group. She said, why don't you? Well, at the time, I was in BNI, and that was my point of reference. So I was like, no. I've seen too many people run networking groups not making me money. I don't know what to charge. I don't know how to run a meeting. I said, I don't want to start from scratch. I don't have technology. No, thank you. She said, Tony, watch this. Don't worry about the how. It will show up. If you really want to connect people, just wait. Girl, please, clicked off the Zoom. I was done with that conversation. I was not starting a networking group. 1 week later, a lady named Helen I had met 3 months earlier because I showed up to a women's retreat similar to this. I was the only brown woman in the room. There were 12 women there. I showed up even when I didn't know what my future looked like. I met Helen. Helen said, I'm going to call you. It took her 3 months. When she called me, she said, Tony, I hope you remember me. This is Helen from the women's retreat 3 months ago. I'd forgotten about it. I still think you should be a Network in Action franchise owner. Helen, I'm waiting on 2 job offers. And I think I remember that was $40,000. She said, yeah, it's $40,000. Like, yeah, there's $40,000. I don't have $40,000. She said, just meet the franchisor. I don't turn down introductions, but I was like, I don't want to waste his time. These job offers come through, I'm out. Don't get a job, just meet him. Okay. Met him, instant connection. Brother from another mother. Everything I said the week before I didn't have, he had in the franchise system. All I had to do was give him, how much? $40,000. Sir, this is perfect. I had opened my email and showed him all the e-introductions I had done. I said, but I don't have 40,000. He said, Darlene, he said, how much do you have? Vivian, I was like, I didn't want to tell him. I didn't want to insult him because I thought, I can't insult this man. I said, I have 3. He said, I'll take it. Handshake, nope. Me and you, $1,000 a month. Let's go. What? Clap it up. He knew gold when he saw it. He knew gold when he saw it. I am so grateful. Today, I'm his first ever Rookie of the Year, brand ambassador. Just one community service. Thank you. First Salon for Virtual Group, First Salon to International Group. I now have 6 leaders around the country building groups under my franchise, creating that saleable, scalable business. It fed into drastic results, and now they are married and go hand in hand. What if I had talked myself out of showing up to that women's retreat? What if I had said, I don't want to meet that man, I don't have 40,000. You never know what people will do for you when they like. You have to show up in a way that people will want to support you. Money won't matter. Believe me when I tell you. So, and now I'm the international host of the Viral Networking Conference, which you all will hear more about. And my mission is to keep all y'all in business through relationships or cute glasses. I mean, you got the glasses website tonight? Everybody's got your glasses. Hey, if I can keep you in business through with confidence, wearing cute frames, hey, whatever it takes. I do have a free gift for you. So if you want it, grab it. You can scan the QR code, or you can go to sixfigurenetworking.com. It's my profitable networking guide for 6 figures and beyond. So this is my step-by-steps on how to grow your business using networking. So I'll give you a minute to grab that. Sixfigurenetworking.com, or take a picture. Awesome. Got a few more?
Yeah, it takes a minute.
It takes a minute to take over. I'll song and dance. So, this is a tip, by the way. How many of you are speaking to grow your business? How many of you are speaking? You only got one of you? Okay. The second thing that will help you grow your business fast is speaking, like I'm doing tonight, on other people's stages, in front of other people's communities. That's part of what I network for, right? I don't really network for clients. I network for connections to people who have communities who can put me in front of their communities. Y'all see where I'm going? Mm-hmm. You'll hear more about that. Okay. If you need this and you didn't get it, come see me afterwards. So this is my 12 drastic networking strategies to build know, like, and trust. Now, we don't have all night, so I cannot give you all 12. I'm going to give you 5 or 6. And then at the end, I will tell you how you can get more. Okay? Some of you are going to be like, Tony, that was fantastic. I'm not ready to do anything more. That's great. And maybe you have a connection for me or a referral. And some of you are going to be like, Tony, I've been struggling getting this business moving forward, and I need your help. And at the end, I'll tell you how to get help. But I'm going to give you a lot of value. Make sure you have something to write on, take notes on your phone, take pictures of the slides, because I'm here to serve. All right. So the first part of the formula is what? Show up. How to get known. So here's a few strategies to be prepared. Stop hiding and be seen. Some of you are hiding behind social media, thinking that it's solving all your problems. That magic person's going to see your post and then the doors will fling open. And it could happen. It could. But not likely if you don't have the network. How do I use social media? I use it to connect with all y'all. That's texting. All y'all. So that in the future, if you're not ready to work with me now, in the future, I'm still showing up. It's my way of saying I'm still here. Still doing what I said I do. When you're ready, call me. social media typically keeps people paralyzed because they're waiting for that magic thing. And I gotta tell you, for the most part, and I made probably hundreds of thousands through relationships on social media, but not necessarily posting. You're not post a lot. So when you go networking, I want y'all to look like this. Now, let me go over here to this. I want to play this for you. Now, watch this. This, when I go into a networking room, this is how I walk. Some of y'all will walk like the other girl, but you practice, you walk like this. So that's how you are. When you learn how to network, you are going to walk in like you own the joint. But you're going to look like the second girl before you get to the first girl. All right? So I'm here to help you with that. All right. So the first step to key to success in anything is to get your mindset right. And you got to get dressed. So some of the strategies I'm about to teach you are going to feel a lot drastic. So number one, I'm especially talking to my introverts. Your business is not about you. You have to take you out of the equation. The purpose for you to show up is so you can find the people that are meant to work with you. If you're so busy thinking about your fear and using I'm an introvert as an excuse, and I know I'm stepping on toes right now. I'm not comfortable. I hate networking. But you hate it because you don't know how. So, your business isn't about you. Get out of your head. Get into your heart. Get your butt out there and meet people who can open doors. Take you out of the equation and your uncomfortableness. Who do you know that's successful inside their comfort zone? I'll wait. So why do you think, right? Nope, extrovert, even though I think I'm an ambivert. Y'all are not gonna believe when I tell you this. I have to push myself to show up to. I'm in a mastermind group, and one of the things they said is when you come to our conference, don't go to bed because the deals are done at the bar. Well, I'm a 10 o'clock girl. Bed time, right? So I had one guy hold me accountable. I said, I go to bed. I'm the networking queen, but I go to bed. Text me if you don't see me. 10:45, I got a text. Bing, where you at? In the bed, I'll see you. True story. This was 3 weeks ago. In the bed, I'll see. So I have to push myself too. The next night, though, I stayed downstairs at the bar. And there was about 20 people from Houston in Atlanta for this event. We took a picture together for Houston, and one of the ladies I had not met yet, so I struck up a conversation. And it turns out that she has a nonprofit, or she has a goal to open in the United States, prisons are privatized. So she had a goal to serve the prison population and help them when they come out as well, and their families. I said, well, I just won the Community Service Award for the Prison Entrepreneurship Program with my franchise. Would you like to go to prison with me next time I go in? She's going to prison with me next Friday. And I had to thank the guy for pushing me to talk myself into doing what I know I need to do. Because I met this young lady who has a passion, and now she's going to be able to volunteer with me in the prison entrepreneurship program. What if I had gone there? It's not about me. It's about the people who you serve. After that, I went to bed because I was tired. I was like, okay, I was here to meet you. I'm going to bed. All right, next, know your target market. Who do you serve? What organizations do they belong to? And use AI to find your target market. Did you know you could do that? Yes. Tell me more. What do you know about what I'm saying?
Oh my God, I've been using it for the last month, and it is the most
It
magnificent
is.
thing I have ever seen in my life.
Yes.
It has written social copy. It wrote my editorial for the magazine last month.
Yes.
It wrote a scathing email I was going to send someone and turned it into a very nice, polite business.
Yay! Well, I'm getting ready to start. I'm going to do AI for networking. Because you can go into AI and type, show me 10 women's groups in Toronto. Yes. Bam, they all show up. Now, I can't tell you what to do with them. I'll tell you later. But it's amazing. So one of the things that I know for sure is some people hate networking because they're networking in the wrong places with the wrong people. You got to know your target market. The basketball wives don't network where the short men are. They know they want to marry an athlete. So they go to the places where the people who are connected to the athletes are. They are very strategic. We got to be the same. Remember that analogy next time you're in the wrong room. Oh no, there's a bunch of short people here. So you got to have an attractive brand. Does your brand speak to your buyer? Now, that license plate is my actual license plate. I've carried my brand, Pooja. I've carried my brand to the next level. I actually have a license plate that says drastic. Yes, ma'am.
Tony just took a part of her story. When she was in the hospital and she was in that coma for 10 days, she couldn't walk. So this is where drastic came from. She had to take drastic steps. She couldn't walk. She could learn how to walk again. So sorry, Mom.
Thank you for adding that. Yeah. I am drastic. And so there's a lot of stories. I'm a 2-time widow. Right? I'm actually, I got divorced and then he died. And then my second husband died. And I'm a black widow, not the black widow. Do not kill husband. But having an attractive brand, being consistent online, offline, and your image matters. Got a couple, Vivian will tell you, the way you look matters. And we are in such a casual world today that people think they can just show up looking any kind of way and then ask me for $10,000. No. You gotta, and y'all look beautiful tonight, by the way. So you gotta show up in the way that represents your brand. Whenever I'm working, red or blue. Those are my colors. So if I'm speaking, I'm always in my brand. Okay? So be branded. All right, so be up. Know your 30-second elevator pitch. Here's a quick little formula. If you are saying to me, if I ask you what you do and you say I'm a realtor, I'm gonna kick you in the shit. So is everybody else. Tell me how you stand out as different. What do you do that's different? I'm the coach that connects. I'm a business coach. I'm a marketing coach, but nobody connects their clients like me, right? Right. Nobody. That's what makes me unique. What is it that makes you unique? especially when you're in a crowded market and it's your story typically. Okay? So that's the formula. Do you know how service-based entrepreneurs struggle with attracting their ideal clients? Well, what I do is I'm a marketing coach who teaches them how to get known, get connected, and get paid with drastic networking strategies so that they can make 6 figures and beyond. That's an elevator pitch. Listen to what Dee has to say. Technology.
Hey guys, I'm Dee Webb. I'm known as the realtor that connects. Now, before Tony, I would go into networking groups. They would call me and say, introduce yourself. I didn't have the confidence and clarity, and I didn't even know where to start to introduce myself. After working with Tony, I could go in there and she helped me structure my story and my elevator pitch. And now I'm known as Dee Webb, the realtor that connects. I love connecting families with their lifestyles in real estate. I suggest that you work with Tony. I spoke at a networking event, and now me and this other agent are working on $1 million deal. Use Tony, and you could be working on $1 million deals also. Hey guys, I'm Dee Webb.
So let me tell you about Dee. When I moved from Ohio to Texas, my mother moved me from the north to the south, from the black to the white. And there was like, at that time, 25 black people in my school. Dee was one. I was 15. She came over and said, what's wrong with you, little girl? And she's been my friend for 40 plus years. It took her 40 years to hire me as a coach, but okay. But now she is the realtor that connects. I said, if you tell me one more time you're a realtor, I'm gonna kick you. So, strategic alliances and partnerships. So, this is real important when it comes to networking. Who has your target audience? See, Whitney has my target audience. I love working with women who are service-based entrepreneurs. So I built a relationship with Whitney. I have given my time, and I love giving my time. She has supported me. She's coached with me. She was at 1.6 million. She said she got over the $2 million hump because she coached with me. I'm just saying. But remember Larry, my friend who sat with my mom? That's Larry. Oh. His brother, he's my brother. Larry has a virtual assistant organization where he helps my clients get themselves automations, marketing, online, all the funnels, all that. That's what he does, right? Larry just quit his job because just through my network has made over $100,000 because I had his people. Okay, so he became an NIA member. He sponsored a couple of my events, and my people were his people. He ain't even started yet. He has not even started yet. But because he is alliance to my people, I easily refer him, and it fills his business. So,
hey everybody, glad to be here, Tony. My experience with Network in Action and network and being around Tony. So me and Tony go way back, before Network in Action, before she blew up, before she showed up to blow up. So way before then, we go way back. So a few years ago, I had an idea that I wanted to launch the business that I have now. And so I was talking to Tony about the business, and I said to Tony, I said, okay, Tony, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put this together. I got these people. I can do this with this virtual team. I have this software, and I can do this, and this, and this. He's like, great. And I said, all right, so once I get this built, the next thing is that I gotta go and advertise. So we're gonna do these paid advertisements. We're gonna do ads. We're gonna market to people, and this, and this, and this. And Tony looked at me like I had two heads. She said, you don't need to do that. I said, what you mean? You gotta advertise. She was like, you don't need, you're gonna spend a lot of money. I said, I know, but I'm ready to do that because that's what I need to do. She said, you don't need to do that, you need to network. So now I'm looking at her like she got two heads because that's not what everybody else do. And I'm looking at her like, I don't know, I don't think that's right. But so lo and behold, she said, nope, that's what you need to do, and that's that. I said, okay. And so I gave it a try. And I can honestly say I was blown away by the whole network. Once I learned about it, once I learned how networking really worked, once I learned that a lot of people and a lot of deals are done through connections. They even have terms for people who network, you know, the good old boy network and things like that. But that's what it is. It's about building relationships and doing business with people. And then you go out and you network with people. People do business with people that they know. And so back to this marketing thing that I was advertising. And I can honestly say that right now, my business is doing really, really well right now. And it's doing well because of networking.
Awesome. Larry helped save my life. This is Mia. I affectionately call her Mini Mia. So Mia and I met at the worst networking event ever. It was a country western bar. It was loud. There were 350 people there. Now I love Sexy Luke Bryan. I love country music, but this place was overwhelming. So as I'm walking out the door, I spot Mia, and she says, I felt a tap on my shoulder, and I turned around. This lady with fabulous glasses said hello to me. And so I asked her for a date. Now, how many of you are married? How many are right? Or you got a guy, whatever. It starts with the first what? Everybody remembers the first day. Well, relationships and networking start with a date. And you have to ask for the date while you're at the event. How many of you met someone tonight you want to continue the conversation with, right? Did you book the appointment? Or did you say, I'm going to call you, we're going to get together one day? One day doesn't happen. You have to book appointments when you're in the room with the person on the spot, right then, right there. I booked an appointment with Mia, and it changed her life. So I'm going to give you the words. Take a picture. Take a picture. How do you ask for a date? First of all, it's drastic, because if you haven't been taught by Tony to ask for a date, then people are like, huh? You want to get on my calendar? Yeah. I leave every event with at least 5 dates on my calendar, whether it's in person or virtual. I leave every virtual networking with dates on my calendar before I end the meeting. I don't get cute, pick out hair and put eyelashes on, drive across town, pay $60 for a meal to leave with business cards. Because nothing's gonna happen. Because you can it back to their life and nothing happens. And then you say networking doesn't work. You have to have the first, how do I know if I like you? How do I know you? How do I know if you trust? Unless we have a conversation. And in this room is not the time. So I teach my clients not only how to ask for a date, but then how do you conduct a date? Arba is notorious for texting me saying, this person needs to coach with you because they're selling me on the first call. She all the time, because now she know how to network. So she like, they need your help. Networking, dating is not, you don't ask the person to go to bed with you. Well, you might, but you probably won't get the second date. Do y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all about the relationship, and that takes time. Now, do I make sales on the first date? Yes, because when I get good at telling people who I am and what I do and how I do it, they will say, me, please. Me, please. And if they don't say me, please, I don't go into a conversation about sales. I then say, who do you know that has a community that needs a speaker? I then say, who do you know that's struggling with their networking and needs a coach? Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? But before I get to who do you know, I say, what are you working on and how can I help you? What are you working on? And repeat after me. What are you working on and how can I help you? What are you working on and how can I help you? And you mean it. See, part of the reason you're networking is to have that roster of people you can refer people to. Part of your networking is just to be able to have resources for your clients. What if you became that person your client knew they could count on for a referral to anything? Because you built a network of people you know, like, and trust. So a lot of times your networking is not just for you.
Seriously.
Mia.
So I took my bill money and joined NIA, but that was the best decision that I ever made. Now, even though my life got turned off, and I was at an NIA meeting, you know, I had to leave early. My kids called me, Mom, the lights off. So, you know, I left, but joining NIA has been the best decision. This woman has taken me further in my business. My first policy was $1 million policy. She hooked me up with a company where I was the top life insurance agent the first 2 years before leaving the company. We actually just got back from Atlanta around millionaires and billionaires, where I met an investor that hooked me up with the company I'm with right now, to where my commission is even higher than I've ever expected. So wherever Tony goes, you best believe I'm going with her.
We are Ruth and Naomi by herself. And today, Mia texted, she got a job in a funeral home. She's now in funeral school. I introduced her to someone who works in the funeral industry, and they hired her today. So proud of that girl. All right, follow up. You know her? So some of you have heard our love story, but I'm going to share it again because it's so valuable. In 2019, I came here to speak, Oakville. I didn't know anybody, so here's another tip. When you travel, go to Facebook, type in friends in Houston, the friends in the city you're going to, see who comes up, and then reach out to them. You can turn every trip, even vacations, into a business trip because you can have a networking lunch. You got to eat anyway. I'm at this hotel. Meet me in the hotel restaurant. I want to network. Here, what you got going on? How can I help? And every time I go to a major city, I contact my network. Well, I didn't have a network here except for the lady who brought me in to speak. So I was looking around, and Whitney and I are in a group together. And so she posted her picture on the side of a bus. And now this is about paying close attention. She posted her picture on the side of a bus. That was impressive. Then it had the location, Burlington, Ontario. So I went to Google Maps and I put Burlington to Oakville. Boop. Right? I was like, okay. So I'm going to reach out to her. But before I could reach out to her, she posted herself flying her airplane. Okay, who is this lady? For real though, I really need to know her. So last night, we went back into Messenger. We just had our friend anniversary. April the 10th was our first date. So I went to DM and I said, I'm coming to your city. I'd love to connect with you. I saw your picture on the bus. I saw you flying your airplane. I really want to know more about who you are and what you do. She said, why are you coming here? I said, I'm going to a women's event. She said, well, I'm just now launching the Wallet to Wealth community, Halton Women's Place. I said, oh, well, you should meet the lady, me serving, meet the lady who's putting on this event. You should come set up a table. She had never done branding, never done a sign before, never done any of that. She came, she met the lady made a few dollars from her setting up a table. She made connections, table right across from me. And then she took me up on the airplane. My husband was like, I know you are not going up on the airplane. The lady you met on Facebook, sir, you don't know me enough by now. It's on the t-shirt. We went up in her airplane, and the rest is history. She's my sister from another mister. But I didn't ask her for anything. I just wanted to help her get this. I'm from domestic violence. I grew up in a domestic violence home too. I don't know what was going on with the men in the 70s. They was doing some stupid stuff. So I grew up in that. I had a heart for her passion for what she was doing. I served her, and now there's nothing I couldn't ask Whitney for. That's all from social media. That's how you use social media. It's not about posting.
Thank you.
Say it again.
Sir, that's one thing, 2011, of course. It's not sell. Yeah.
It is not to sell, it's the sales come. The sales come. Somebody in this room is gonna buy from me at some point. Maybe not tonight, but at some point. Yes, tonight. Okay. All right? But the point is this, I don't have to get money from Whitney.
I don't know about this AI thing.
Oh, well, I got you. I got you. That's lake house stuff. We gonna talk. So give before you receive. Join a referral networking group. Network in Action is one such group. It's been life-changing. I am looking to open Network in Action in this area. I want someone who's already a connector of people wondering how they can make money connecting people. Whoever you know, refer them to me. But I need every one of us to become a professional door opener for other people. Because when you do that, you go viral because people will want to open doors. That's how you go viral. Because you serve before you get served. And then you become that professional connector of people. So my tree is full of fruit. but I started with a seed. You have to plant the seed before you can harvest the fruit. You water it and fertilize it by giving. So my friend that's in the room, we'll skip this one. He did a wonderful thing. He gave me a gift. He sent me a greeting card. I posted these fabulous model pictures the other day. They were fabulous. I'm like, oh my God, who was that? He took those pictures, Raja took those pictures, put them on a greeting card, and mailed it to me. Use direct mail automation, cards, give people a book. If you don't have a book, get a book, give a book, send promo items, stay connected through giving. You know, there's a scripture that says there's more happiness in giving than in receiving. Try it out. You don't believe me? There's a Bible, a book that's been around for thousands of years. Ask it. But try it and see. All right. So, who's ready to get drastic with their networking? All right. Arba's going to pass out some forms to you. I'm giving you an opportunity. I told you I'd give you an opportunity to get more. I want you to watch this video.
Let's get drastic, building relationships to get you known, get you connected, and get paid. Who booked appointments during the break?